All right, so in this video, we're going to learn how we evaluate a polynomial for a given value of the variable. So we have a polynomial, find the value of x squared minus 3x plus 1 when x equals -2. So the first step number one, we're going to substitute the value -2. We're going to substitute -2 in the polynomial for each x. So we have -2 here. It's going to be like -2 squared minus 3 times -2 plus 1, right? And all right, so here we're gonna have we're gonna solve -2 squared. Now -2 squared, that's gonna be 4, right? Because -2 times -2, so negative times negative is 4. Keep in mind, this is different than -2 without parentheses. -2 without parentheses is going to be -4, right? So that's the difference between 4 and -4. And the second, the next one, we have -3 times -2. So we're going to use here, as we can see, we use the order of operation, which is PEMDAS. So we use exponent first, then multiplication, then addition. So we have -3 times -2 would be +6 plus 1, right? And 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 plus 1 would be 11. And that's gonna be the answer. So as you can see here, we used PEMDAS, right? PEMDAS order of operation, right? So that's going to be parentheses. It's going to be like a parentheses, an exponent. So we use exponents here first, right? As you can see, and we use multiplication. This is times -3 times -2. Then we use addition here. All right, so we have another example of another problem of solving, evaluating a polynomial for a given value, right, of y. So the variable here is y. So we have find the value of -y to the third power plus 2y squared minus 5y plus 7 when y equals 4. So we're going to substitute y, by 4. So let's start with this one here first. So we're going to have -3 times y to the third power. I'm sorry. So we're going to substitute y by 4. So no y anymore. So it's going to be like 4 to the third power, right? 4 to the third power plus 2 times 4 squared, right? Now remember, this is going to be going to have and minus 5 times 4 plus 7, right? Now, keep in mind, we don't have to use parentheses, especially when we have the value of the variable is positive. So we don't have to use parentheses. But if you choose to write it this way, like 3 to the fourth power, make sure you put like multiplication. Make sure you add. Make sure you have multiplication sign, right? Multiplication symbol there, which is between 3 and 4 to the third power. So it's the same thing. Or you can just have parentheses, just to clarify this one. It's very, very important. Okay, so let's do this one here. Let's continue here. All right, so we have we got -3. Now 4. Remember, this is like multiplication here. So 4 to the third power is 64, right? Plus 2 times 4 squared is 16 minus 5 times 4 is 20 plus 7, right? Well, let's use PEMDAS here. Let's start with multiplication first, right? So we can solve those like two operations here simultaneously here, since we have multiplication. In between we have addition. So if you compare addition with multiplication, multiplication will go first. I mean, if you compare addition with multiplication right here, right? So multiplication will go first. And also if you compare multiplication with addition here, so multiplication will go first. So we can solve them simultaneously here. We have no problem with that. All right? So here we have Negative 3 times 64. First of all, negative times positive is negative. So it's going to be, and 3 times 64 is going to be 192. So it's going to be negative 192 plus 2 times 16 will be 32 minus 20 plus 7, right? And let's go like slowly here. So let's try to add the first two first, right? We get like negative 192 plus 32. So we're going to take the difference and the sign go to the highest number here. So it's going to be like negative. And 192, difference between 192 and 32, that's going to be 160. I believe it's going to be 160 if I'm not wrong here. And we have negative 20 plus 7. Now, negative here, the negative 160, negative 20 is like we're going to add two values and we're going to keep the sign. So we're going to add two values, we're going to keep the sign. It's going to be like negative 180 plus 7. And since we add in positive to negative value, we're going to take the difference and we'll keep the sign of the highest number. So it's going to be like this, it's going to be negative here, since because we have 180 is greater than 7, and we take the difference between 180 and 7, and that will be 173. It's going to be 173. So the answer will be negative 173. This is a little bit longer. It's kind of challenging because we have too many steps here, right? But that's the answer, and this is how you solve, how you evaluate polynomial with a given value of the variable.